Hi Leo, welcome to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. Today is Wednesday, May 13th, 2020. You are watching a general love reading for the sign of Leo for this upcoming week in May. Because it's general, it can pertain to anything, relationships or otherwise. Be flexible with the energy. You may feel like this is a reading for you. You could feel like you're cross-watching for somebody that you're dealing with. My intention is to reach those that need the message and will benefit in some way. So parts of this reading may resonate for you, parts may not. Take what does and leave behind what doesn't. Hopefully by the end you'll feel like you have something worthwhile to walk away with, something that will help you in some way. Okay, Leo, if you're relatively new to my channel or unfamiliar with it altogether, first of all, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning in. You can acquire more information about my videos and my readings in the description box below, so have a look there. If you are a returning viewer, thank you for coming back and watching more of my videos. I appreciate your support. Okay, Leo, I'm going to give this first deck one more shuffle and we're going to get started and see what's going on with Leo for this upcoming week in May. Here we go. We're going to start off with the Ten of Swords in reverse, paired with the Hierophant. The World in reverse, with the Page of Wands. King of Swords. Three of Pentacles in reverse. The Ace of Cups, and Strength in reverse. Okay, I'm just getting kind of a real basic, simple message from this first set of cards, and that is you didn't do it right the first time, so you need to try again. I get the feeling that it's almost like a message from Spirit saying you're having to go through this again because you didn't get it right the first time around, or second time around, or third time around, however many times it's been. And it has to do with a connection, a relationship, possibly a working relationship, possibly somebody that you work with or collaborate with. Could be also a friend, family member, but something isn't going right. And I think you probably maybe you're trying to work on things and make things right, but you didn't get it right, and so you're having to do it again. Ten of Swords in reverse can indicate a fresh start after a brutal ending, or repeating a pattern, having to start over, bringing something to an end because it wasn't working out and having to try again. And again, I do feel like it probably has to do with a connection. This could have something to do with a personal endeavor of yours too, with the Ace of Cups out here. It doesn't have to be a relationship or connection. So it could indicate something that you're having to try again for yourself, because you didn't go about things the right way. I don't know why that sounds weird to me, but it did. You know what I'm saying, Leo. I'm getting the message you need to start listening or pay attention. Maybe you haven't been listening. Maybe you haven't been focusing on what you need to focus on, or paying attention to fine details, or listening to advice. I get the feeling like Spirit saying you need to keep your ears open and listen. Pay attention. Focus. Maybe it is indicating you need to listen to your intuition. The King of Swords, to me, it can indicate your higher self, and honestly, that's kind of what I'm getting off of this card, but this could represent you or somebody that you're dealing with. The King of Swords is all about truth, justice, and the American way. I'm just kidding. But he is about truth and justice. He stands his ground. He knows the difference between right and wrong. This could be someone who's in a position of authority. This is someone who speaks the truth, and you can't pull one over on the King of Swords, so don't bother trying to mess with him or spew out a bunch of lies, or again, trying to keep something hidden from this king, because he can tell a lie from a mile away. He does not deal with crap. He's not going to put up with shenanigans. He tells it like it is. He can be a little blunt and cold in the manner in which he speaks, but that's just because he's direct and concise with his communication. Doesn't mean that he doesn't have a heart. It just means that he's got business to take care of, and he's not willing to waste time. He's not going to pussyfoot around. He's not going to play games. He's going to give it to you straight. And right now, things aren't working out well, whether this is for yourself or within a connection, and it's because you mess things up. Leo, that's what I'm getting, and I hope you're not offended by that. That's just what the cards are telling me right now. So let's see what's messed up and what's going wrong, and see if we can't get any more information from this next deck of cards. And this King of Swords could also indicate your higher self. So you really could have a very clear understanding that you mess things up, and you're facing that right now, or coming to terms with it, or starting to gain some clarity. So this could very well indicate your own energy, and the fact that you're starting to realize that things didn't go your way because you just didn't take care of business the way it needed to be taken care of. So we have the Five of Swords in reverse, clarifying this Ten of Swords. And then we have the Moon. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. The Queen of Cups. King of Cups in reverse. And then the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm going to say that you're the King of Cups in reverse because that's kind of the feeling I was getting from the first set of cards, but I want to remind you could be either one of these two energies that just showed up on the table. But I get the feeling like the King of Cups may be responsible for some issues, and it could be within a family dynamic, within a group dynamic. There's a Ten of Pentacles for me is my family card, so it could indicate a large group of people that you're very close to. It could indicate actual family. King and Queen can indicate a partnership, possibly spouses, maybe the matriarch and patriarch of this family. But there's something that's gone awry, or just something. I feel like things have been there's less stability, or this group dynamic has been weakened in some way, and I think it's because of something that's gone wrong with regard to this King of Cups. I feel like this King of Cups might be. Now, the King of Cups in reverse can indicate somebody who's emotionally unstable, somebody who's emotionally unavailable, someone who's feeling distant or apathetic, somebody who's unwilling to share emotions or invest emotions into a relationship, somebody who is manipulative in that respect. But what I'm getting more than anything from this set of cards is it's this lack of emotional energy being put forth by this King of Cups that is weakening the energy within a group or family dynamic. There is something that may be losing its momentum because of the effort being put forth, or the lack of effort, I should say, being put forth by this King of Cups. And I do feel like there may be a working relationship or a working connection, or this could be a partnership with this Queen of Cups right now that's unstable. I think this Queen of Cups is feeling like, you know, that she might be putting a little bit more effort into this than is warranted, and she might be a little frustrated with the situation and feeling like she can't keep making up for the downfalls of this King of Cups. Like she's kind of picking up the slack. That's what I get the feeling. That's the feeling I get from this set of cards. Like she's trying to pick up the slack, but it's not working out. Maybe she's been doing this for a while. Making up for whatever deficiencies this King of Cups has. The Queen of Cups is somebody who's very loving, compassionate, is definitely emotionally invested in the relationships that she feels are worthwhile and worth her time. She doesn't just throw her love around to anybody who comes around the corner. This is a lady in waiting, and she is willing to put forth a level of effort that can match no other if she knows that her level of investment will be matched in return. She's very intuitive. This is somebody who, a very mothering and caring figure, loving, loyal. And I feel like she's put a certain level of energy into this connection or this family dynamic that is outweighing the level of commitment or effort being put forth by this King of Cups. I think that there was something that was not dealt with in the past, and it might even be, I feel like it's being buried or tucked away or not spoken about, and it's what's keeping things from moving forward. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And it could be that again, there's some conflict or unrest within this connection, and I think it's affecting a family situation or group dynamic, and I think that this king knows it, but I think that he is not accepting the level of responsibility that he needs to, and because of that, things are not moving forward right now. Let me give this deck one more good shuffle, and then we're going to put some more cards out here and see what else we get for you, Leo. Three of Wands. Seven of Pentacles again, this time in the upright position. Queen of Wands. Ten of Wands in reverse. Ten of Pentacles, this time in reverse. Five of Swords again in reverse. The Tower in reverse. And the Four of Cups. Okay, so I do feel apathy coming from this King of Cups. He might be more concerned about himself. There's this sense that he is maybe feeling a little put out, maybe feeling like he needs to pay attention to his needs right now. And ultimately it's affecting a group dynamic. Again, it could be a family situation. But I feel like he's apathetic. And by that I mean he doesn't see what his actions or inactions are doing to affect this situation, this family dynamic, or other people that he's close to, that he's connected to. He's not seeing that. He's too self-absorbed in what's going on in his own life. I don't feel like this is malicious. I don't feel like it's purposeful. In other words, I don't feel like he is purposely trying to hurt other people or cause problems within a situation, but he is. And this King of Wands, King of Swords. She's not being as bitey today as she has been in the past. She must be in a good mood. This King of Swords could be his higher self, this King of Cups higher self, saying, look, you're not seeing it, but you need to. You're messing things up for other people, and your level of energy or lack of energy being put forth into the situation is effing things up for other people or within a family dynamic. Why does she have to sit on my head, Leo? Why does she have to sit there? I don't understand what her... I mean, I feel like a helicopter landing pad. She does her little thing in the air, makes her circle around the living room, and then she lands on her landing pad, my head. Anyway, back to you, Leo. So I feel like this Queen of Cups, and I think this person is connected to this King of Cups, and I think that she cares deeply for this person. I feel like she's picking up the pieces. It feels like this person's like following this king around. She's following this king around, saying, okay, you messed this crap up. Let me pick it up. Let me fix it for you. It's almost like not really a mothering energy, but more like a nurturing energy. Like she knows that this king might be dealing with some crap, so she's helping him out by picking up the pieces right now, dealing with the aftermath. Now we have a Queen of Wands on the table. And this could be, I don't know if she's showing up. I think she's showing off for you, Leo, honestly, if I'm being honest. And you know what, Carmela? I'm not so sure Leo is impressed. I'm not so sure about that. So let me just tell you right now that you need to mellow out, because I'm definitely not impressed. Okay? Okay. So there's a Queen of Wands on the table, and I feel like this is a separate energy from this Queen of Cups, King of Cups. And I want to remind all of you watching that you could be any of these energies. You decide what makes sense to you if you're resonating with this reading, Leo. I feel like the reading is focused mostly on this King of Cups, so I feel like I'm reading for the King of Cups. But remember, I'm not telling you to try to make the reading fit, but you will know who you are if this reading resonates for you. But this person definitely feels separate from this Queen of Cups, King of Cups. This is a third energy. So I believe this person is partially responsible for our, honest to God. Oh, good. She landed on her cage this time. So I feel like this person is partially responsible for this King's energy. His mood, his lack of ability to take care of business, move forward, whatever. There's something going on with this Queen of Wands who's causing the situation to not improve. There's no movement forward, and it's partially because of this Queen of Wands. Now, I'm not necessarily getting that this person is malicious or trying to mess things up. I don't get that. I get that there's something else going on here. Anyway, the Queen of Wands is somebody who is very ambitious and creative, somebody who is not afraid of a challenge. She goes after what she wants. This person can command a lot of attention and generally gets a lot of attention. Other people look up to this type of person because she's fearless and she's very independent. And again, probably very intelligent, could be very pretty or attractive or handsome if this is a male. Remember, if you're a male, you can embody this energy. Again, this is a go-getter. This is somebody who goes after what they want, and they generally get what they want. But this person is keeping something from moving forward. It could be because they have, could be there's some kind of issue with communication within this group dynamic. Now these people, they could all be, Sylvester's here to join the party. And Sylvester likes to join the party when it's a Leo reading, because he's a cat. He's a cat and he's really cute. And he's really cute. Now, if he settles into my lap and just naps, he's going to be good. But if he does his usual antics, like the bird, I'm not going to be able to leave him here. He's just going to have to go. We'll see what happens with him. So let's get some more cards out here for you, Leo. Let me give this deck a couple shuffles. I feel with the Three of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles in your underlying set of cards, there could be something very positive coming your way, Leo, within this group dynamic. There could be something that you're anticipating, but there's an issue that's been kind of hidden or swept under the rug or ignored. And I feel like it's something that has transpired over time or something that's been ignored for a long time. And it's kind of what's keeping this Three of Wands energy from transpiring for you. The Three of Wands can indicate an effort put forth towards something that you're trying to manifest into your life. Maybe you've been putting some energy and planning into something, and then you're kind of waiting for your ships to come in. You're waiting for something to come to fruition. For example, you've invested a lot of time, effort, maybe money and resources and energy into whatever this is, and there could be something coming your way or you're anticipating that. However, again, with the moon and this Five of Swords, which came out twice, there's something that was left behind or some kind of conflict that has gone unresolved, and I feel like it's being ignored or swept under the rug with this moon. And I think that's what this king is dealing with. And it could be a personal issue of this king's. It could be something to do with this Queen of Wands and her lack of or level of communication. I get the feeling that there is a need for communication or clearing something up. And I feel like this queen may have dropped the ball when it comes to maybe being clear about her intentions or something of that nature with this Page of Wands, Ten of Wands in reverse. She may have relieved herself of the responsibility of addressing this issue that has gone unresolved, that maybe she's the reason why it's getting swept under the rug or ignored. And ultimately it's causing problems for everyone, but this Queen of Cups feels like she's just left to pick up the pieces. She's left, I don't think she's the one who swept it under the rug, but she's left like cleaning up after these people who are causing some problems within this family dynamic because of this issue. So let's get this next set of cards out here, Leo, and see what else we have. Knight of Wands. Three of Swords. This is my third party card. So while I mean, we have a Queen and King of Cups. I feel like this is a partnership of some kind. This could be a third-party situation. I'm just going to throw that out there right now because the Three of Swords showed up, and it could be what's the hidden issue is this third party. Now, third party doesn't have to be romantic or someone who is doesn't have to deal with infidelity, for example, but this could be just someone who is meddling in someone else's business or causing problems within a group dynamic, that kind of thing. Eight of Pentacles. Ten of Swords again, this time in the upright position. Eight of Cups in reverse. Four of Swords in reverse, clarifying this Queen of Cups. Five of Cups, clarifying this King of Cups. And then the Two of Cups, clarifying this Ten of Pentacles. So this King of Cups is grieving some kind of connection or some issue within a family dynamic, some kind of connection or relationship. He's grieving it. And really what it's come down to is it feels like it's put things on hold. Things aren't moving forward. Things aren't progressing the way they should. There's an anticipation of something coming in, something that you've been working for a while, something you've been working on, and you're kind of expecting some kind of reward for the level of effort that you've put forth, but it's not happening because there's some kind of issue within a connection or relationship with this King of Cups, and he's not dealing with it. And this Queen of Wands is responsible in some way, shape, or form. I'm really confused by this set of cards over here with this Queen of Wands. It feels like she's the reason why progress has stopped. She's the reason why progress has stopped. And again, it could be because that she stopped communication, or she is not giving up information, or she is not a willing participant in keeping things moving. Maybe she wants things to be put on hold, or she wants to bring things to an end. This is very confusing because the Queen of Wands in the upright position, for me anyway, would not be the type of person who would keep things from moving forward. Maybe, and she's in the upright, so I don't feel like there's any negative energy coming off of her, or malicious energy, or that she's trying to hurt somebody or causing problems on purpose, for example. So this could be something that she's doing unwittingly. She doesn't realize it's happening. Some kind of action or inaction is causing things to come to a screeching halt. Maybe she doesn't realize it. Maybe she doesn't realize the effect that she's having on this situation. Let's get this last round of cards out here, Leo. We have the King of Pentacles, King of Wands in reverse, Queen of Pentacles, Strength, again, was in the reverse before, Seven of Swords in reverse, Ace of Wands in reverse, Three of Cups, and then the Moon, this time in reverse. This is one of the more confusing set of cards I have laid out in a long time, Leo. So the kings that came out, I feel like it's the King of Cups. I feel like this is the same person. I get the feeling like this King of Pentacles, King of Cups, I feel like this person feels like it's his responsibility to sweep whatever this is under the rug because it's not his place to bring it out in the open. It's not his responsibility, or it would cause problems if he were to take charge of the situation. So instead of dealing with it, I feel like he's ignoring it or sweeping it under the rug. And what it's doing is it's bringing things to a screeching halt. Okay, so this felt like a family dynamic to me from the beginning. We have the Ten of Pentacles out here twice, once in the upright and once in the reverse. I do feel like if something is brought out in the open, it might mend a relationship within this family dynamic and actually improve the situation. But there's also this feeling like it may not. Maybe the outcome is uncertain, and so this King of Cups is not sure what to do, and so his response to this is, I'll just sweep it under the rug and ignore it because I don't know how it's going to affect other people and I don't want to mess things up. So maybe he's not acting on behalf of what he knows or what he understands because he feels like he would mess things up further. But as a result, and I think he knows this too, as a result, this Queen of Cups feels like she's having to pick up the pieces or having to address the situation or try to keep things going despite all this mayhem, inability to collaborate, lack of communication or miscommunication, a conflict that's just gone unresolved, and as a result, there's a missed opportunity or something that's getting away from you. And I feel like this Queen of Cups feels like she knows what's going on. She feels very intuitive to me. This person, I think, is very highly intelligent and has a very clear understanding of what's happening. But it's not her place to put energy into this. There might be some kind of deceit or wrongdoing or some kind of shenanigans that happened in the past that are not related to her or not. She wasn't involved in it, or I just get the feeling that she's a little bit removed from the situation, but there's something that needs to be dealt with that's really not her place to deal with it. Does that make sense, Leo? I feel a little bit like I'm rambling, but I am looking at the set of cards and highly confused and trying to make sense of it all. Because I feel like there's a lot of people involved in this situation. And some people hold a certain level of responsibility that's pretty heavy, and then there's other people involved who don't have as honestly who don't have the same level of responsibility, which for one is this Queen of Cups. And so while I think she's in the background kind of picking up the pieces, I think she would like to make a greater effort to fix the situation, but she can't because she knows it's not her place. So there's something going on. I feel like this is a separate person too, this Queen of Pentacles. We have a King and Queen of Pentacles, a King of Wands, Queen and King of Cups, King and Queen of Wands, King and Queen of Cups, King and Queen of Pentacles. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this out there, Leo, because this is getting really long and I need to wrap this up. But I'm just going to throw this out there. This could be, again, a dynamic, a situation that involves a lot of people. And it's hard to say what's going on here because there's so many energies on the table. I feel like there's at least 3 separate energies. There could be as many as 6, but it feels like There's at least 3. And I don't necessarily feel like anybody is purposely at this point in time wanting to cause issues or keep things from moving forward. I think that there really is a sense of wanting to improve the situation. Thank goodness I have a little bit of freedom here. I really am weighed down by animals. I feel like something needs to be resolved and it's being ignored right now. It probably is very comfortable, at least for the people who know they're responsible for it. I think this Queen of Wands and King of Cups in reverse are responsible for some issues within this group dynamic. And I think both of them would just like the situation to go away. I think that both parties have at least one person, this Queen of Cups, and this Queen of Pentacles might be somebody separate, but it could be the Queen of Cups as well. One person who would be willing to help, but she can only help if she is invited to help or her help is accepted. Does that make sense, Leo? It just feels like people are kind of turning away from the offers of help because the issue is they're trying to ignore the issue or trying to avoid the issue. So these 2 cards came out, the Scribe in reverse and the 6 of Fire in reverse. These are both potential blockages. We're at 36 minutes, Leo, so I'm going to read these and then wrap this up because my readings have been really long. I do have other things I need to do during the day. I mean, you know, it's not all about you guys. Just kidding. I do this because I like to. It's definitely one of the things I love to do more than anything else. I love tarot. Okay, so the Scribe in reverse is the 12 of Air, which is the Knight of Air in reverse. These cards in the Dreams of Gaia Tarot have significantly different meanings. The Scribe, or the 12 cards do, the Knights. So I'm going to read the potential blockage, which is actually pretty short, just about a half of a page. And let's see what this says. The Scribe reverse symbolizes a need to keep your cards close and what you know to yourself. There is a chance that someone around you is only interested in harvesting your knowledge on a particular subject so that they can use the information that you have in order to better themselves. If it were a sharing of knowledge, it would be an opportunity for a great mutual exchange and meeting of the minds. However, when the Scribe appears reversed, this is most likely not the case. It also signifies a need for you to censor yourself. Even if there is no specific person seeking to benefit personally from your knowledge, you might be giving out too much personal information about yourself and be placing yourself at risk of someone taking advantage of the knowledge you share. Protect your personal and private information. It is far too easy for others to take advantage if you give them the means to do so without considering the risk of consequences. So again, if you're resonating with this, I think that's advice. Well, it sounds like advice. That maybe you do need to keep some things to yourself. Maybe this issue, maybe this conflict occurred because, you know, somebody was sharing too much about themselves or sharing too much information. Again, I'm going to go ahead and admit I'm at a loss right now with this reading. I'm tempted to do it over, but I'm not. I'm going to post it because I feel like someone needs to hear this message. And if it is your reading, if you do resonate, I would absolutely love if you would share your story so I can figure out what's going on in this reading because I feel at a loss. Okay, another potential blockage. When the 6 of Fire appears reversed in your reading, it may represent an unwillingness to come to the discussion table and resolve a problem that is not only affecting you, but those around you also. Well, there you go. At least I had that part right. You would rather fight and win than to give an inch. Compromise is not in your vocabulary. Even if you may feel that you are justified and that the party who has wronged you should be held to account, understand that at this time your actions and demands may also hurt innocent parties. It is time to put your sword down and step away from the fight, not just for your own sake, but for the benefit of those who are caught up in the war you are waging. Whether the war is with another or there is an internal conflict you are waging within, now is the time to end it. Try to accept that some things cannot be changed or resolved, and that sometimes the better person is the one who walks away. Now this card made sense to me because I was definitely picking up on that there's an issue that's being swept under the rug and it's time to deal with it. And you can't just ignore something, especially if it's affecting other people. And I feel like a significant number of people are being affected by the situation. I don't know what it is, but I spent 40 minutes trying to figure it out, Leo, so I'm going to leave it here. Anyway, I hope that you got something out of this reading. If it did resonate, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you want to. Tell your story. I would love to hear it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time, Leo. Take care.